Hello there nerds, you're watching What Culture Wrestling. My name is Andy and today we're going to have a nice little conversation about Roman Reigns. Because whatever the hell it is WWE are doing with this dork at the moment is absolutely bewildering. You could make the argument without a hint of hyperbole that Roman Reigns is the most mishandled wrestler in WWE today. They've been botching his presentation for years and somehow, right now, it's getting even worse. It goes all the way back to the Shield's breakup. Fans were pining for the elevation of Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose as the group's big breakout star, but shock of all shocks, Vince McMahon went for the big, muscly, oily guy because that's what he does. So Reigns becomes the pet project and WWE subject us to 4 years of Superman bullshit, suffering succotash promos, and Reigns surging past all your internet favourites. The 2015 Royal Rumble, his horrible Hulk Hogan-esque character beating The Undertaker, his WrestleMania 32 coronation, all these terrible things were done with one thing in mind: beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34 and finally becoming the guy. They spent all this time swimming against the tide, and to Roman's credit, he did really improve as a performer. He became one of the most consistent wrestlers in the company, and while his presentation always kinda sucked, at least the man himself was putting in some good work. Reigns was unceremoniously brutalized by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and then unbelievably, Brock beat him again at the Greatest Royal Rumble, bringing the Superman push screeching to a halt. The whole thing just came out of nowhere, and Roman's character immediately became a whiny sack of shit who couldn't take responsibility for his own shortcomings, blaming everyone else, and taking on a really bizarre anti-authority stance that made absolutely no sense after so long as the Golden Boy. It was a borderline burial, and to top it all off, WWE booked Roman to lose to Bobby Lashley at Extreme Rules. And that's why I stand before you today utterly confused, asking just what the hell are these nutters doing with the big dog? That they spent so much time and effort building this guy up as the top babyface, only to completely go back on it at WrestleMania and beyond, is without comparison. Seriously, there's just nothing else. There's no other example quite like this in company history. As for the fans, well, they turned against him a long time ago, but now they're just turning away from him. He still gets jeered, but the reactions are nowhere near as thunderous as they were before WrestleMania, and that's worrying. Now, if this is all just part of WWE's grand plan and it hasn't changed and they still want to coronate him as the top guy, then it might be their dumbest move yet. People just don't want to watch the guy anymore. They can't even be bothered hating him. So what the heck is going on? There is a thought process going around that WWE are trying to recreate Daniel Bryan's underdog success by stacking the odds against Roman. But this is gleefully unaware that Bryan's success came in spite of WWE's booking, not because of it. There is also the small fact that Reigns isn't, anywhere near as likeable as Daniel Bryan, but I digress. This is incredibly short-sighted. You can't present someone as the company poster boy one month, then an oppressed underdog the next. But it just shows Vince McMahon's contempt for his audience. He treats us like goldfish. No memories, no attention spans, just consuming content mindlessly. And on top of this, I think we've all given up on hope of a heel turn too, but it doesn't look like WWE would even consider going down that route anymore. But where do they actually go now? Roman's credibility is so damaged that he's not even a viable option to face, let alone beat Brock Lesnar at this stage. But that may well happen at SummerSlam. Like seriously, if he wins the belt next month, the audience might not even make a single noise. They just can't be arsed with the guy anymore. This is down to the booking, but it's also exactly what WWE don't want to happen. But here's their quandary: if Reigns loses his next big feud, then his credibility is even further damaged, and at that point, he may as well be wrestling Kurt Hawkins on Main Event. What WWE have done here is book themselves into an almighty corner they may never escape. Reigns is so damaged that only a complete overhaul will do, but after so long resisting calls to turn him heel, WWE are never going to do that. It's actually kind of a shame. Like many of you, I actually really enjoy Roman's work, particularly in the big matches, but WWE have really sucked the life out of him, and on top of that, they're not even putting him in great singles matches anymore. It really sucks, and the guy deserves better. I guess we'll find out more about WWE's plans for Roman Reigns over the coming weeks and months, but at this stage, I guarantee that whatever they do, it won't be satisfying. Anyway guys, I'm done trying to make sense of this Roman Reigns situation, so why don't you give it a bash? Head down to the comment section below, let us know what you think, and tell us where you think they're headed with the big dog. Once you've done that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as usual, check out some of the great content floating around my head. Once you've done that, head over to whatculture.com/WWE for some great articles by the likes of Michael Sidgwick, Michael Hamflett, and Jamie Kennedy. You'll have a great time, I've had a great time, I'm Andy, and I'll see you later.